Howdy folks, and welcome back to Ghost Recon Wildlands with the mighty Jingles. Yes, it has been a while, and yes, you probably all thought I'd forgotten. Some of you probably even hoped I'd forgotten. Well, I'm happy to disappoint you. Ghost Recon has been taking a bit of a backseat lately. I've been getting heavily into, well, cold waters, to name but one. But we're back, with a particularly troublesome mission that caused me no end of problems. We're going after El Pulpo. It's part of the Santa Blanca smuggling organisation.
All the Sicarios in the world ain't worth piss if you don't have the accountants to wash the money clean. Octavio Allende is the accountant that does Suenos laundry. They call him El Pulpo, the octopus, because he's got his tentacles everywhere. You take him out, a lot of other pieces no longer connect, but I want to use him as a weapon. Pulpo is management, and he knows it. Instead of an AK-47, he has a briefcase, and he uses it to open doors to businesses, to cement relationships with politicians and police, and to make the cartel's money something they can spend. Thanks to El Pulpo, in addition to its illegal enterprises, Santa Blanca has its cash in numerous legit businesses. El Sueño has brought El Pulpo to Bolivia to audit Nidia Flores. Cash from Brazil comes into Barvechos, where much of it is laundered into the mining consortium. Nidia's profits must be looking a little light.
El Pulpo, the octopus, El Sueño's money launderer. He's been called in to audit the books of Nidia Flores, the beauty queen, the head of Santa Blanca's smuggling organisation. And there's more than a little bit of a history of bad blood between the two of them. They cannot stand each other, and we can probably use that.
Bowman, we just crossed into Barvechos.
Good news. Sueño sent an accountant named Pulpo to Barvechos to check out Nidia Flores' books. Word is Pulpo is a hawk. He doesn't let anyone cut any corners.
So whether she's skimming from Sueño or not, Nidia's not happy to have Pulpo looking into her.
The cartel smuggles its profits into Barvechos from Brazil, and then most of that gets laundered through Banco de Barvechos.
With Pulpo already about to gum up the works, there has to be some way we can use that to sabotage the entire process.
Maybe Sueño already believes Nidia Flores has sticky fingers. To know for sure, we need to get hands on Pulpo. Our intel places his junior partner and right-hand man, a guy named Wagner, at a silver mine in Barvechos. Grab Wagner and make him cough up Pulpo's location.
So, one of two things is probably happening here. Either Nidia Flores has been skimming money off the top, in which case El Pulpo is going to find out when he audits her books, and she's in serious trouble. Or, she's not been skimming money off the top, but El Pulpo hates her so much that he's going to fabricate evidence that she's been doing it anyway. Either way, we need to know, which means we need to get our hands on El Pulpo, and in order to do that, we're going to have to lift his right-hand man, who goes by the name of Wagner, and is currently at this silver mine. This mission is very tricky. There are numerous ways of doing it. You can do it the old-fashioned way. Park up outside of the silver mine, use the binoculars and the drone to tag the locations of all the enemy troops, and then go in quietly or go in loud, kill everybody, grab the bad guy, and get him to tell you what he knows. But there are complications. At first, I tried to do it the traditional way. I set up my targets, I organised my sync shots, I took care of the outlying sentries and patrols, did it nice and quietly, trying not to raise the alarm. Your standard Ghost Recon Wildlands approach to apprehending a high-value target. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible to complete this mission going down the stealth route. It's certainly doable, but it is not easy. This silver mine is absolutely crawling with gunmen. They're packed in like ticks on a dog's back. Your objective isn't actually to grab Wagner. You don't actually know where he is, but he was recently here at this mine. And so what we're doing is we're grabbing the mine manager and getting him to tell us where Wagner is now. That's the plan, anyway. And so far we have not been detected. Something's got to go wrong soon. Where's the manager? Oh, he's upstairs over there. Okay. I love how the civilians just don't really seem to give a shit. Oh, there's a guy with a gun. Ah, it's Bolivia. It's men with guns everywhere. Right, there's the manager. Oh, hold on. Look out on the balcony. Got him. Right, come here, sunshine. Want to word with you.
Easy. Camine. Tell me where I can find Pulpo's boy Wagner or I start shooting off toes.
You got some anger issues, way. But I'll tell you, Wagner was snatched off the street by Nidia's guys.
Well, shit. It's at this point where the first time you do this mission, this is probably the point where you're going to fail it, because a whole bunch of things just went wrong. First and foremost, for no apparent reason that I can discern, we've just been not only detected, but now we're being hunted. Secondly, there's a 4-minute timer just started ticking down. From the point where you interrogate that mine manager, you then have 4 minutes to find and free Wagner. It turns out Nidia Flores was not hanging around waiting for Pulpo to make his move. Right after Wagner had done his audit of the silver mine, Nidia Flores' thugs pulled him off the streets, and presumably right now they're interrogating him, trying to find out exactly what El Pulpo is up to. At which point, they're going to kill him, and we need him alive. You now have just over 3 minutes to find and free Wagner, and there's a helicopter gunship circling overhead. Shit. At this point, you probably have next to no idea what's going on. All you know is the clock is ticking, you're under attack, and you're running out of time to find the high-value target. Now, if you look at the minimap there, you'll notice the yellow route indicator, which is showing me where I need to go to find this guy. But the silver mine is now absolutely thick with hitmen, and there are more reinforcements coming in all the time. At this point, in my first attempt at this mission, I hadn't even had a chance to pull the map up and see exactly where this Wagner guy was. I was just busy fighting for my life. Now, I did notice, once I finished dealing with this wave of reinforcements, that parked on top of the administration building in the mine, there is a helicopter. There it is. Now that's going to be very, very useful. Depending on how you approach this mission, you can see that Wagner is actually half a kilometre away, and you have 4 minutes to get there. So you can see why the helicopter would be useful. Unfortunately, this was the first time I'd actually attempted this mission, and well, as you can see, I only have 45 seconds left. And there are more reinforcements coming. So this is a bust. I'm definitely not going to do this on the first attempt. And that's more than likely true for everybody who attempts this mission the first time, because you just have no idea what to expect until it all happens. It is a very, very tricky mission. And it gets trickier once you actually reach Wagner's location. For now, however, well, with 21 seconds remaining, there is no way I'm covering 450 metres in a helicopter that I haven't even boarded yet, with fresh reinforcements coming in. So, alright, let's try it again. The second time around, the plan is the same. Attempt to make a stealthy insertion, grab the mine manager, get the information from him, and then don't waste any time. Get to that helicopter and use the helicopter to reach the location where Wagner's being held and interrogated. Unfortunately, not everything goes according to plan.
Bowman didn't have any intel on what this guy Wagner looks like.
As my soon-to-be ex likes to say, when in doubt, ask someone. I think he left the word motherfucker off the end of that sentence. When it comes to my ex, the motherfucker is implied.
My attempts at a stealthy infiltration were slightly undermined by the fact that I've forgotten to attach a suppressor to my sniper rifle.
You'll be fine, man. I'm on my way.
Yes, really. And yep, now they're alerted, we're engaged, and we haven't killed all of the alarms, so what's going on here? So this is going to be another fail, but I did learn something valuable on this attempt. You'll see the mine manager's location indicated by the yellow marker up there. The second the alarm gets raised, if you fail to make a stealthy insertion, he just jumps into the nearest car and makes a break for it. So this attempt was also a failure. However, what I learned in that attempt was that you don't actually have to make a stealthy insertion into the silver mine to interrogate the mine manager at all. Because as soon as the alarm gets raised, he attempts to boogie on out of there. So what you could do is just set up a roadblock safely outside the entrance of the mine, because there's only one road in and out. Set off the alarms yourself and then wait for him to dig him out. Ambush his car on the way out, shoot the tyres out, interrogate him, and then, with your own transport waiting nearby, jump into your car and head off to find and rescue Wagner. So that is definitely an alternative way of getting this mission done. I, however, was determined to try to do this the old-fashioned way. Or at least that was the plan until it inevitably went wrong and the alarms started going off. However, I caught a bit of a lucky break. I was thinking I was going to have to rush to the car park and intercept the mine manager as he made his escape. But I'm not actually engaged at the moment, despite the fact that the alarms are going off. So the poor old manager, bless him, got a bit confused, didn't know what to do, curled into a ball, and started crying.
Chopper's approaching. Chopper, hit the dirt.
Tell me where I can find Pulpo's boy Wagner, or I start shooting off toes.
You got some anger issues, Way. But I'll tell you, Wagner was snatched off the street by Nidia's guys.
Back it up, back it up.
Right, bit of a lucky break. We've now got 4 minutes to find Wagner and snatch him before Nidia's thugs kill him, to finding out what they want to know. And, well, I am being engaged, but we've shot down the helicopter, and oh look, I've got my own helicopter right here. 3 minutes, 38 seconds to go. Wagner's location, about 700 metres away, at the bottom of a strip mine. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible to do this if you use ground transport, but it's not easy. I definitely recommend using the helicopter.
What do we think? Pulpo's boy snatched by Nidia's crew? I sure as shit don't buy it.
I'd say Nidia's got something to lose. She thinks this Wagner guy can help her keep it.
The advantage of taking the helicopter, aside from the obvious fact that you can get here a hell of a lot faster, at the moment I still have 3 minutes to spare before Wagner gets executed, this allows me to do an actual bit of reconnaissance before going in all guns blazing. If you take ground transport, you're probably going to arrive here with no more than 20, 30, maybe if you're lucky 40 seconds remaining, and you don't really have an awful lot of choice but to go in all guns blazing without knowing exactly how many bad guys you're facing and just hope that you can kill them all before they execute Wagner. If you take the helicopter, you've got plenty of time to do a quick bit of recon, find out exactly what you're facing, and plan your... oh crap. Me and my big mouth. This is not good. This is not good at all. Bugger off. Stop it. It was all going so well. Come on, guys. Shoot them. For God's sake. Guns. Use them. Yeah, thank you. So glad you could turn up. Right, okay. Shit. Well, it wouldn't be a Jingles video if something wasn't going horribly, horribly wrong, would it? Right, anyway, as I was saying, before we were so rudely interrupted, move in, pinpoint the location of the bad guys. Let's get the drone up just in case I missed one. Nope, he's already been tagged. Oh, he's a new one. Kill them. 1 down. 2 down. And then get in there, find Mr. Wagner. He's probably never been so happy to see CIA agents in his life. And then get him the hell out of here. Oh, and there's a weapon accessory inside there as well. Oh, hold on a second. I'm still hunted. There's a bad guy in here. Oh, it's Wagner. God, I nearly shot him. Alright. Well, let's not do that. Let's get him out.
Dios mío. Thank you, thank you. But who are you?
For now, just know that we're the people keeping you alive. Let's move.
I want that weapon accessory. I mean, it's right there. Okay. You just stand here for a minute. Don't go. I'll be right back.
Wanting one of these.
Nice. Short angle grip, underbarrel weapon attachment. Right, okay. Where were we? Yes. We need transport. Are there any vehicles around that aren't full of bullet holes? Wait, we're still being... oh, shit. Guys, a little help here? Perhaps? No? Okay, fine. Done. Hooray! Transport that isn't full of lead. Right then, Mr. Wagner. We're going for a little drive in the country. I'm going to stash you in the back. What do you mean you don't want to go in the back? Is the back not good enough for you? He's been remarkably fussy for a man whose life is hanging by a thread, isn't he? I mean, he's like, no, I demand a seat. Don't you know who I am? Shut up and get in the car. Right, okay, whatever. Anyway, let's get the hell out of here. Well, the life-threatening situation isn't quite over yet, not least of which because I'm the one driving. I don't actually have a driving license, by the way. I don't know how many of you realise this. So watching me play driving games can be especially... we'll be generous and say exciting. I remember the first time I started playing Ghost Recon Wildlands, I kept driving on the wrong side of the road. Well, I say the wrong side of the road, it's the correct side of the road. It's not my fault the rest of the world insists on driving on the uncivilised side of the road, is it? I mean, that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, the British Empire didn't conquer the world through the cunning use of flags for nothing. Have you ever seen that Eddie Izzard sketch, by the way? That's how we did it. That's how we conquered the world. We just sail up to some foreign country, plant a flag in the ground and say, we claim this land and all who reside here for the greater glory of the British Empire. The neighbours would turn up and say, you can't just claim us, we live here. And we'd say, really? Do you have a flag? And that's how we did it. It didn't last, of course. Those sneaky natives all went and got their own flags. I say, that's dashed unsporting of you. But, well, you know, yeah. That's how it happened. No, really. That's not actually how it happened. No, it is. Well, I don't know. You explain it. Right, anyway. Wagner was talking there. I'm sure it was something important, but I completely missed it. But, yeah, that's what the subtitles are for. You have to get him to... somewhere. Some extraction point, where he can be interrogated by Bowman. About 600 metres away. And I haven't actually managed to kill anybody with my shockingly bad driving yet. But, well, it's, there's still time. Now we're going off-road. Now I think we're actually going to make it. Hooray. One successful extraction. And no innocent civilians killed that I'm aware of. Right then, Mr. Wagner. Say hello to your new friend, Miss Bowman. I'm sure you're going to get along famously. Hang on, I'm still engaged? What?
I'm shooting these fuckers.
What? Wait, really? These guys just don't know when to take a hint. Oi, stop that, you. Didn't your mother teach you any manners? Right, okay.
Clear. How you
Now,
guys holding up?
we're going to extract.
And who was it that attacked you?
Men who work for Nidia Flores. It was nonsense. They suspect Pulpo of plotting against Nidia.
Will you excuse us for a moment?
Pulpo and Nitty have it in for each other, huh?
We need to use it to our advantage.
Make them both think they're stealing from each other.
Exactly. Just need to find ways to do that.
We'll get back out there, get some intel we can use to break that relationship.
Hey, who did you guys say you were again?
Pulpo's cousin, on his mother's side.
And mission complete. First step in taking down El Pulpo and destabilising Santa Blanca's smuggling organisation.
Two people who work for the same man, Nitty and El Pulpo, don't seem to like each other much.
They're naturally suspicious of each other and their intentions.
We fuel those suspicions and we can get them starting their own little war.
That's it for today, folks. As always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.